Welcome. Today's topic is Killing Time. Killing Time is a short story penned by Nasibu, a Tanzanian writer, and he is a poet as well as a musician. Nasibu's full name is Nasibu Mwanukuzi. Nasibu is known for his experiments in music, which is mainly African music, which is main in African music, and he attempted to present a real charms of Africa in his poetry as well as dance, whatever may be. He used to write about the African culture, and Nasibu is one of the great writer. He always considered to have a artistic nature in his work. He gave importance to short stories. His famous short stories are Killing Time, Days of Summer, The Stolen, Amulet, and some other stories. These three is a very known one as well as a very popular one. Now we will go for the short story. We will see the short story Killing Time. When we hear the word killing time, what comes in our mind? Maybe during the particular time some person may murdered by someone, or maybe the time was killed someone, because we can see in a fraction of second the sportsman can miss the first prize, like that. The time may kill someone. So we can have many aspects when we hear that word killing time. Actually, Nasibu, what he has written, we will see in this short story. Killing Time. Killing Time is nothing but it's saying about a man that is a narrator, unnamed narrator. We can say a young narrator. The setting is, we can see the westernized setting, the full modern one, and it is a western setting. The young narrator sitting in a cafe is nothing but a place where the westernized or modern life we can see. The young narrator is spending his time in a lazy way. Is nothing but at cafe he went. He used to go to the cafe and he used to spend his own time. By the way, one day when he goes inside the cafe, he can see a person carrying with a glass of beer, and that man was searching for an empty table. And our young narrator is looking at that man. That man may be around 50 years, around the age may be around 50. So he had a glass in his right hand, and he has a grey gloves on the other hand. He moved, and across the floor he passed so many people and for searching for an empty table with a glass of beer. While he goes, there is in a cafe we can see so many members were drinking or smoking, and they were talking noisily also. So after a long time he got a chair. So he pulled out the chair and he sat, and he zipped that brown coat. He wore a brown coat and he removed that coat, and now while sitting he cleared his own throat with a sound. He cleared his own throat, and then again he cleared his own throat, and then he had a long gulp from that glass of beer, and he wiped his mouth in his left hand because he carries a beer in the right hand. So these are all the thing, the young narrator is watching in front of me, in front of that young narrator. That is, it is around, I told that stranger is around a 50-year man. That is around a 50-year, and already his hair all become a grey in nature, and then wrinkles in his face. And these are all the appearance of that 50 years young man who has a beer in his hand. And then our narrator is going on watching him. That man is gulping a little bit the beer, and he is going on thinking about something. That the stream of thoughts, or we can say that that man is thinking something. We can see by if they are looking in a in particular place, or by their appearance, by their body language itself, we can identify that they are thinking something deeply. Same way, our young narrator also saying that he thinks something deeply, and then he is nodded his head. Then our young narrator is telling that maybe that 50-year-old man is nodded his head, and then our young narrator is telling that maybe that person maybe think about his own office. That is, the manager may scolded him, or they may that is about a boss, and then there may be a clash. They may have a clash between the boss as well as to the 50-year man. They may have some clash, or these are the thing. They may have some problem in eating or living, or in their life they may have some problem. So these are all the points that 50-year-old man may think. So this was analyzed by our young narrator. Now young narrator seeing that man, that is a 50-year-old man who is sitting in a dilemma and nodding his head. So these are all the things that man is doing, that 50-year-old man is doing. Our narrator is looking at him, and he is what to say, our young narrator keep his eye on that man, that 50-year man, and then going on seeing that man in a mirror. He himself sees, young narrator, he himself seeing in the mirror, and then he felt some he felt something, a sudden feeling comes in his mind, and he watched around. Our young narrator just see a left, a right, and then all around, and then he can see that he was what to say, how that man, our young narrator, was watched from left by someone. So he can sense that somebody is watching from his left side with the man, beard man. The man has a beard, and then he is hiding himself, and then by hiding he is seeing our young narrator. He is looking our young narrator, and our young narrator is telling that I met this stranger somewhere. I don't know where I met him. Maybe in a town, or somehow I met him. I don't know where I met him. Like that, the young narrator is telling, and then the young narrator is felt very bad that somebody is looking at him, and then our narrator is searching. Our young narrator is searching that 50-year-old man. Where that men have gone? See, full of smoke and full of noise. No, he is searching, and then he is looking again the 50-year-old young man. Young narrator is also looking, as well as stranger is also looking that man, because a stranger is looking the young narrator. After young narrator watching that particular 50-year-old man, suddenly the stranger eye looked that 50-year-old man, the stranger eyes were on young narrator. Again, suddenly it changed to that 50-year-old man. When the young narrator kept left, and when the young narrator saw that stranger, again that stranger is also looking that 50-year-old man. So both the stranger as well as the young narrator is looking at that young man, sorry, at that 50-year-old man. And then the full of smoke, cigarette smoke, and that young narrator was looking at that same person, 50-year-old man. Suddenly the smoke rises because of that cigarette. There is so many smoke were there, and then when after all smoke lifted up, full of smoke. Now in smoke he can see that man, that is which was now half empty, that well, as well as a glass of beer. When that man is sitting in a glass of beer, it is around what? It is half empty, because that man has drank half, that beer is half empty. That is a 50-year-old man who has a beer in his right hand. It is half empty. Our young narrator is comparing that particular 50-year-old man to the yogi who is meditating above on the above mountain Kilimanjaro. How the yogi looks in a Kilimanjaro, which is full of fog. That yogi is making a meditation. Same way that 50-year-old man with this full of smoke, he is sitting and he was thinking, because he is killing his own time, thinking something and going on thinking something. So it shows the killing his own time and thinking about something. So our young narrator is comparing that particular 50-year young man to the yogi who is sitting on that on the mountain Kilimanjaro. So from his own corner of his eye, he is going on seeing the beard man who is sitting in the left. That is a stranger. He is all, I already told, he is also changing his own angle by from seeing our young narrator to the 50-year-old man. During that time, the jazz music were played in that cafe. During that time, the jazz music were played. So he was going on seeing that 50-year-old man. Suddenly, the smoke rises heavy. The smoke rises heavy, and then when the smoke rises, he was going on seeing the 50-year young man. Suddenly, the young man is suddenly that man, that 50-year-old man, was not there. Our young narrator was searching. The young narrator searching that particular man who is sitting on the table was not there. And then he went near to the table, and the empty bottle as well as a empty ashtray was there, but not the man. So now our young narrator is saying that only the empty table that he can look exactly as it was before when he spotted the stranger, that is a 50 man. When he saw before the 50-year-old man, that is a stranger, how the table was, it is a very, very neat. Same way now it is also very, very neat. So it is nothing but it may be a dream of our young narrator. So the stranger is nothing but a 50-year-old man and a beard man who is sitting on the left side of the young narrator, watching young narrator as well as the stranger. Okay, this is a story, a killing time. So here the author, the young narrator, is also killing his own time. So because it is nothing but a dream of the young narrator, it may be a dream of a young narrator. So it gives somewhat interweaving reality with magic. This can be said as a considered as an attempt of the narrator to bring the harmonious life of a earlier culture and myths. So here colonized, the use of magical element in a short story, it gives a post-colonial use of magic realism and it is an extension of a realistic nature which somehow ignores the real element of non-Western culture. So it is a realism here which was dominated by the appearance in this short story. So this is how the story ends. There are only the empty table, which is very neat, can watch by the young narrator. So it is nothing but a dream of the young narrator. If you like this video, kindly give a like, and if you want any explanation, kindly comment in the comment box. Sure, I will try to explain it. Thanks for your valuable time.